On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Biosphere.
The part of the Earth and its atmosphere in which living organisms exist, including plants, animals, and microorganisms.
Examples:
Terrestrial biosphere, artificial biosphere. The balance of the biosphere is crucial for the survival of species.
Rainforest.
A forest rich in biodiversity that is generally found in tropical settings with heavy annual rainfall.
Examples:
Rainforest destruction, tropical rainforest. The destruction of the rainforest is a ticking time bomb for the Earth.
Savanna.
A mixed forest and grassland ecosystem where the trees are far enough apart that the canopy doesn't close.
Examples:
Savanna region, tropical savanna. The birds live in tropical forests, savannas, and arid semi-desert environments.
Marsh.
A type of land that is always wet and has soft soil, swamp or bog.
Examples:
Marsh bird, river delta marsh. Environmentalists are concerned about the harm to the marsh.
Succumb.
To fail to oppose something, such as desire, pressure, or some other opposing force, to die or suffer badly from the effect of a disease or injury.
Examples:
Succumb to cancer, succumb to old age. He finally succumbed to temptation.
Dreadful.
Very bad, unpleasant, or causing fear.
Examples:
Dreadful accident, dreadful news. The conditions of the prison were dreadful and inhumane.
Toxin.
A poisonous substance produced by a living organism, such as a plant, animal, or microorganism, a chemical compound that can cause harm or illness to a living organism.
Examples:
Toxin exposure, toxin production. Mold exposure can release dangerous toxins into the air.
Choke.
To prevent or obstruct the normal breathing or swallowing of someone or something.
Examples:
Choke with anger, choke off the blood supply. The baby started to choke on a piece of apple.
Fungus.
A type of organism that includes yeasts, molds, and mushrooms, which are heterotrophic, meaning they do not produce their food and must consume organic matter to survive.
Examples:
Fungus infection, symbiotic fungus. Certain types of fungus can be toxic to humans, causing severe illness if ingested.
Ensue.
To happen or follow as a result or consequence of something. Ensue within a few years. Predict what will ensue. A power outage ensued after the storm knocked out the electricity.
Saga.
A long, detailed story or account of heroic deeds, family history, or notable events, often consisting of a series of connected episodes.
Examples:
Fantasy saga, historical saga. The epic saga of the family's journey through time captivated readers worldwide.
Malleable.
Able to be easily shaped, molded, or manipulated, particularly in a physical or metaphorical sense, capable of being adapted or changed according to different circumstances or situations.
Examples:
Malleable clay, malleable attitude. Gold is a malleable metal that can be easily shaped into different forms.
Negate.
To make something ineffective or null, to deny the truth of something.
Examples:
Negate the possibility. Negate the existing system. Drinking may negate the beneficial effects of the drug.
Human-made.
Created or produced by humans, artificial.
Examples:
Human-made climate change. The worst human-made disaster. The bridge is a human-made structure and was built to span the river.
Sequester.
To take temporary possession of someone's property until a debt is paid.
Examples:
Sequester 10% of the annual carbon emissions. Sequester myself from the world. He approved their requests to sequester the jury.
Irrigate.
To supply water to land to help plants grow.
Examples:
Irrigate fields. Irrigate the flowers and plants. The water shortage in the region has made it difficult for farmers to irrigate their crops.
Tandem.
A device or arrangement that allows two or more things to be connected or work together in a coordinated manner. A bicycle built for two people to ride in a line, with one behind the other.
Examples:
Tandem approach. Tandem skydiving. The tandem bike ride was fun for the couple to enjoy together.
Apnea.
A temporary cessation of breathing, especially during sleep, a medical condition characterized by the repeated occurrence of such interruptions.
Examples:
Apnea treatment. Epileptic apnea. Sleep apnea is a severe condition that causes a person to stop breathing while asleep.
Gasp.
To inhale sharply and audibly, often in response to strong emotion or sensation, to catch one's breath suddenly, often due to shock or surprise.
Examples:
Gasp for air. Gasp in shock. The audience gasped when the magician made the rabbit disappear from the hat.
Irritating.
Causing annoyance, frustration, or exasperation, provoking impatience or irritation.
Examples:
Irritating noise. Irritating behavior. The garbage can in the kitchen has been producing an irritating smell for days.
Terrifying.
Very frightening or intimidating.
Examples:
Terrifying experience. Terrifying events. Large earthquakes often generate terrifying tsunamis.
Airlock.
A chamber between two areas that can be sealed against pressure, allowing the passage of people and objects to go from one area to the other.
Examples:
An airlock chamber. Airlock module. The mechanic has just inspected the jammed airlock.
Crank.
A mechanical device that converts rotary motion into linear motion or vice versa, an eccentric or unpredictable person.
Examples:
Crank handle. Crank collar. The fishing reel had a crank that made it easy to reel in the catch.
Compost.
A mixture of organic matter, such as food scraps, yard waste, and manure, that is allowed to decompose and is used as fertilizer for plants and garden soil.
Examples:
Organic compost. Compost pile. You can add coffee grounds and crushed eggshells to your compost to improve the pH balance.
Elated.
Extremely happy, joyful, or excited, often as a result of success or achievement.
Examples:
Elated mood. Elated expression. She was elated when she found out she got the job she had hoped for.
Recoil.
To spring or flinch back, as in surprise, fear, or pain.
Examples:
Recoil in horror. Recoil from a snake. The gun recoiled with a loud bang.
Stink.
To emit a strong, unpleasant odor, to have a strong offensive smell, to be corrupt or unethical.
Examples:
Stink up the place. Stink badly. The garbage in the alley began to stink after a few hot days.
Armpit.
The hollow under the arm where it joins the shoulder.
Examples:
Hair of the armpits. Armpit area. This stick will deodorize your armpits.
Deodorant.
A product applied to the body, typically under the arms, that helps to eliminate or mask unpleasant body odor.
Examples:
Deodorant stick. Spray deodorant. Make sure to apply deodorant before going to the gym.
Aisle.
A passage between rows of seats in a theater, airplane, or other public building, typically one of two or more running parallel with the main body of the structure.
Examples:
Aisle seat. The center aisle of a church. She walked down the aisle to the front of the church.
Astonishing.
Surprising or shocking, difficult to believe.
Examples:
Astonishing achievement. Make astonishing gains. The news of her sudden death was astonishing to everyone who knew her.
Visceral.
Relating to or affecting the internal organs, instinctive or emotional rather than rational, characterized by deep-seated emotional reactions or responses.
Examples:
Visceral organ. Visceral fear. After watching the horror movie, she had a visceral reaction and couldn't sleep all night.
Paragon.
A person or thing that is regarded as a perfect example of a particular quality or characteristic, a model of excellence or perfection.
Examples:
Paragon of wisdom. Paragon of virtue. She is considered a paragon of beauty and grace in her community.
Envelope.
To surround and cover completely, to encase.
Examples:
Envelop the whole world. Envelop her in a bear hug. The fog enveloped the city, making it difficult to see.
Sneak.
To go somewhere, or take someone or something somewhere secretly or stealthily. To steal or do something secretly or stealthily.
Examples:
Sneak a cigarette. Sneak out of danger. The children tried to sneak out and eat the candy.
Stark.
Empty, simple, or apparent, devoid of any qualifications.
Examples:
Stark landscape. Stark truth. The scenery of the battlefield was stark and gray.
Eke.
To make a living or support oneself with difficulty, or by supplementing one's income with additional work or resources. To manage or get by with what is available, often by means of careful or thrifty measures.
Examples:
Eke out a few extra dollars. Eke out a narrow victory. He managed to eke out a living by doing odd jobs.
Seawater.
Water from the sea or ocean, typically containing salt and various other dissolved minerals.
Examples:
Seawater pollution. Seawater bacteria. The desalination plant turned seawater into drinking water through a complex process.
Mangrove.
A tropical coastal tree or shrub that grows in saline soil and has prop roots that help to stabilize it.
Examples:
Mangrove forest. Mangrove swamp. The mangrove trees are known for their ability to survive in saltwater and sandy soil.
Plantation.
A large farm or estate, typically in a tropical or subtropical country, used for growing cash crops.
Examples:
A rubber plantation. Plantation house. The former plantation owner struggled to adjust to life without the enslaved people that once worked for him.
Whatnot.
Unspecified or unimportant objects, things, or details, miscellaneous items or things, a small, open shelving unit or stand used for displaying various objects or curios.
Examples:
Books and whatnot. Clothes and whatnot. I need to pick up some groceries, toiletries, and whatnot at the store.
Scourge.
A person or thing that causes great suffering or destruction. Verb, to punish someone severely.
Examples:
Scourge of AIDS. Bring a scourge under control. The plague was a scourge that killed millions of people.
Pollutant.
A substance or agent that pollutes or contaminates the environment, typically through release into the air, water, or soil.
Examples:
Noxious pollutant. Water pollutant. The factory's use of chemicals has made it a significant pollutant in the area.
Pollute.
To make an area or substance, such as land, air, water, etc., dirty or harmful to living things, by adding waste matter or harmful chemicals.
Examples:
Pollute the air. Pollute the thread. We should do our best not to pollute the environment.
Effluent.
Liquid waste or sewage that is discharged or released into a body of water, a byproduct or waste material that flows out or is expelled from a manufacturing process or system.
Examples:
Effluent discharge. Toxic effluent. The factory's effluent was carefully monitored to ensure it didn't harm the environment.
Creditor.
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
The creditor's claims. Bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Swamp.
An area of low-lying land that is flooded or saturated with water, often having a growth of natural vegetation.
Examples:
Muddy swamp. Swamp tour. The lowland swamp was full of dangerous animals and poisonous plants.
Biocide.
A substance or agent that is capable of killing or inhibiting the growth of living organisms, especially those that are considered harmful or undesirable.
Examples:
Biocide resistance. Use of biocides. The extensive use of biocides in agriculture has raised concerns about environmental impact.
Unintentional.
Not done or made on purpose, accidental.
Examples:
Avoid unintentional harm. Unintentional insult. The mistake was unintentional and made in good faith.
Deforestation.
The act of cutting down or burning trees in a large area.
Examples:
Deforestation of the tropics. The lowest deforestation rate. Large-scale deforestation also has a significant impact on marine ecosystems in the area.
Wisp.
A thin, delicate strand or vestige of something, such as smoke, vapor, or a piece of hair, a faint, barely perceptible indication or hint of something, a small creature or fairy, often depicted as a hovering, translucent figure.
Examples:
A wisp of mist. A wisp of conversation. The wisp of smoke from the candle added to the room's cozy ambience.
Fir.
A type of tall evergreen tree that is native to the northern hemisphere, with needle-like leaves and cones that stand upright on the branches.
Examples:
Fir branch. Fir forest. The smell of fresh fir trees filled the air at the Christmas tree farm.
Biophilia.
A deeply ingrained human affinity or love for the natural world and living organisms, coined by biologist E.O. Wilson, which refers to the innate connection and attraction humans have toward nature.
Examples:
Biophilia in healthcare. Natural biophilia. The biophilia hypothesis suggests that humans have an innate love for nature and a desire to connect with other living systems.
Nurture.
To take care of, feed, and protect someone or something while they are growing and developing.
Examples:
Nurture love. Nurture his talents. Schools should nurture children's mutual interest spirit.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Rake.
A garden tool with a long handle and curved, pointed teeth used for gathering fallen leaves, grass clippings, and other debris from lawns and gardens. A dissolute or immoral person, often one who pursues pleasure and debauchery to excess.
Examples:
Bamboo rake. Rake's behavior. The golf course has special rakes for smoothing out the sand traps.
Throttle.
To control or restrict the flow or speed of something, such as an engine or a person's actions. To strangle or choke someone or something. Noun, a mechanism or device that controls the flow of fuel or power to an engine, regulating its speed or power output.
Examples:
Throttle down economic growth. Go full throttle. The driver had to throttle the car to climb the steep hill quickly.
Untidy.
Not neat or organized, messy, lacking order or tidiness in appearance or arrangement.
Examples:
Untidy handwriting. Untidy appearance. Her untidy room was cluttered with clothes and books.
Topsoil.
The upper layer of soil that contains most of the nutrients and organic matter and is important for plant growth and cultivation. A shallow, loose layer of soil that can be easily removed or displaced by wind, water, or other factors.
Examples:
Topsoil erosion. Nutrient-rich topsoil. The farmer trucked in some fresh topsoil to improve the fertility of his fields.
Hawk.
A bird of prey typically having short rounded wings and a long tail, an advocate of an aggressive policy on foreign relations.
Examples:
Cast off a hawk. Congressional hawk. That team signed a center forward who was a ball hawk.
Riverine.
Relating to, inhabiting, or characteristic of a river or rivers, located or occurring along the banks or within the vicinity of a river.
Examples:
Riverine areas. Riverine ecosystem. The Army conducted riverine operations to secure the border area.
Revolt.
To take violent action against authority, especially government or ruler.
Examples:
Revolt against existing ways of thinking. Revolt against the dictator. The people tried to revolt to oust the tyrant.
Algae.
A simple plant that grows in or near water and lacks typical leaves and roots.
Examples:
Algae biofuel. Blue algae. Algae has jammed the inlet to the water turbine.
Dinosaur.
A large extinct reptile, often with an armored back, long neck, tail, and bony plates on the skin.
Examples:
Hulking dinosaur. Dinosaur fossil. The discovery of a new dinosaur species made headlines in the scientific community.
Exhale.
To breathe out air or vapor from the lungs or mouth, to release or emit something slowly or gently.
Examples:
Exhale a big sigh. Exhale cigarette smoke. He took a deep breath and slowly began to exhale.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.